Hello, Savant fans. It is I, Zorro, again with another episode of Zorro Reacts for the Savant 2.0 channel. It's been a while since Savant put out some update on the Krang album. As on the previous Savant Alert video, there was an update on Savant becoming a dad. Of course, just some other news with the Krang album being a drum and bass album. That was like 2 Savant Alert videos ago, maybe, but other than that, let's see here, we have some new Savant video stuff. I've checked my email inbox. Savant uploaded the pre-order on Bandcamp. I'm so excited. As you can see here, we already see the release date set for February 2nd, so that's not much else to wait. But of course I'm going sort of empty-handed, and I do not know what the artwork is. I accidentally looked at the artwork for a bit, but I didn't really pay attention to the detail that much for a reason, because I did wanna do a more of a realistic reaction for this. As you can see here, he dropped the teaser. But yeah, it's this one here, as well as maybe we can take a look at the track list. But of course we have this being a dark drum and bass album. We have some red fog surrounding the date here, so we can already see here that he's going for the theme of Krang. It's not unusual for Savant do a release date with a bunch of the same number, sort of like The Alchemist, 12, 12, 12, and Ninner being 11, 11, 11. So it's probably been several years since he followed this style with 4 2s this time. First we have the banner for it with not sure if this is the official artwork here. And so of course here we have like a Greek character, which represents some of the Greek artwork that seems to be a theme for the Krang album. Because we have red glowing eyes and some cracks on his face, and then we have burgundy gem attached to the curly golden hair. That's pretty neat. Characters to watch. Alex also posted a neat little track list here, which I believe he should have on his Bandcamp page, pre-order page, but for some reason he posted it here. So yes, to share. But of course we have Kingdom, Locked In, Revenge, Bloodthirst, Firestarter, Illegal, Betrothed, Cryptograph. Gonna make some of that crypto, right? Feeling, Skywalker, Bird of Prey, Wicked, Blade, Madness Part 1 and Madness Part 2. We seem to have like a pair of 2 songs that are supposed to go together. I would imagine Part 1 being like an orchestral connection, which would then lead to Part 2 being heavy drum and bass, or they could just be 2 drum and bass songs together. Beyond, Setup, Aurora, Vitalis, SEANCE, Crimson, Punch, Atonement, Bevilacqua, Metambo, Arrows, Lovers, Wire, Vestige, Shatter, Victory. So of course we have a 30-track album. That shouldn't be surprising coming from Alex. He is pretty much a mastermind with exceeding the quantity he wants, but still having that quality he seems to put out. But of course it's been nearly a year since his last release, which is the Void DLC. Before listening to the teaser, I might want to take a look at the Bandcamp pre-order. Wrong page. Might check these dudes out sometime later. We now have the official Krang album artwork, and _Atomic designed this artwork. It's just like the Void DLC and the Void artwork too. So this is Anatomic's 3rd artwork for Savant so far. Of course, a different, sleek look. I do notice that Savant's last few releases has been having a custom template for not only the album title but also his Savant logo, compared to his earliest 2012 album releases, where he just has his regular Savant logo. For example, the Jester album, Savant metallic look to his logo, and of course Mortals and so on. I do notice that it's supposed to be Krang, but I do get a little bit hard to read. The A here could be, you could put a line between to make it an A. I would make it stand out more. This is kind of my critique, but am I to judge? This looks like a crane with the E at the end. It doesn't really look like a G But you know what? I like the style. I like the metallic style of this. You know, we have the crown here, what seems to be a crown floating over the logo. And of course, this color scheme is great. 3 colors: cyan, red, purple, and I don't know what this is. What looks like a snake. Honestly, I don't know what this is. Like a blade. Seems to be 3 characters, maybe 4, 5. I don't know this character. To be honest, I don't. But you know what? This actually looks cool. A similar asset to the glowing eyes, which is here. A red dot, HAL from 2001: Space Odyssey type of thing here. What I'm getting at is we are kind of a extraterrestrial planet, sort of like Protoss artwork. You know, I really dig it. These fine edges, you know, I love it. Kind of the movie poster style. You know, movie poster where you have overly sized heads over the skyline. A little bit underwhelmed with the placement. The main character could be a bit bigger. His face could be bigger. I know what the character you see on the screen that I put is basically what should be here. And obviously that's main character. You can see his face here. I just wish his face could be like, his body could be bigger. I mean, even his face could be maybe make it this size, and his body could be scaled up to here. But you know what? Those are my only complaints. Not complaints. I mean, suggestions. But of course, the artwork is done. The metallic, sleek look across this logo, kind of like Immortals, you know, make the logo and the album title stand out apart from the rest. You know, it seems to be a red moon over here. You know, we have some like lightning that seems to be from above hitting onto this the character's lightning rod or something. That seems to be diverging onto these corners here. Coming from down here, the lightning doesn't really look like lightning anymore. Sort of starts to go into looking like misty fog, I guess. But I like it. You know, I like the glowing things. I guess there's this style of, you know, fictional mysticality that someone always goes for. He always has his choice of wanting to go, like, have his designers go for some fictional illustration rather than Photoshop. I dig that. You know, he really wants the concept to really branch out. And of course, we always do a Savant. Of course, we have the banner here: blue fog, not black clouds, and a dark blue sky. But of course, 30 tracks as expected. The playlist from Twitter, or the track list from Twitter, is actually, yes, the official track list listed on here. So of course, I forgot to mention that Savant did tweet earlier this week about, you know, a hashtag Baroque, which is Baroque music, similar to harpsichord music. That's Baroque is kind of what you would similarly say describe a harpsichord music. DNB, German bass, epic with a touch of fantasy, and Baroque. That gives you a clue that we should be expecting the actual harpsichord Savant instrumentation in here. Also, there was this track list from July of last year that I forgot about, which pretty much seems to be old work in progress track list of Krang. As you can see here, I've noticed some track names that don't seem to be in the final playlist: Detector, Visitor, Plasma, Seatbelt, Empire, Rolanda, Philistine, Aphic, Wycross, Karmic, Noir seems to have been changed to Bella Noir, Ozzy, Fragmentella, and Tacit Nox. I have no idea if some of the tracks from the teaser were named some of these before, or these may be just songs from that didn't make it into the Krang album. So interesting. So look at the tags here: drum, bass, electronic, ambient, anything goes, beats, dance, electronic music, pop, and Bergen. That is a weird thing to be put there. You know, that's is it really a genre? Or I have no idea what here. Maybe we can just Google it. It's supposed to be like a style of world music. Large rucksack. Going from rucksack, we go into images of backpacks. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I really don't know. I mean, this is just so random. But well, yeah, of course, we do have Savant has released Madness Part 2 as a single. Who knows how many singles he will put out? But I guess this would be considered the first single. I guess first song to premiere. Since this is Madness Part 2, I have no idea if I should listen to this, just because Part 1, it would make sense to listen to Part 1 first. That is going to be a separate video of me reviewing the track. So, $15. Cool. Oh, and just noticed, yeah, he put Bergen because he currently lives in Bergen, Norway. Not sure why he put his hometown in the tags here. Interesting. But at least we know. Now we're just gonna listen to Krang album teaser. Already starting off strong, so. I can already hear those harpsichord samples there. It's pretty great so far. Ooh, some trap stuff. Ooh, some mid-tempo stuff here. A little bit of neuro bass samples in there too. So. The sound design here is illegal. So. I think this is the progressed version of the code demo from 10 years ago. Is that sample that you guys just heard right now? This demo might be in the V for Winter mixtape. Cryptograph might be the revived version of code. Yep, there's no denying it. It's code VIP. Well, not really, but some melodic drum and bass. Oof. The super saw. Oh my god. A little bit empty in some spaces here. What seems, but okay. Not a lot going on here either, but I mean, kind of a chill. The drums here are a little bit weak, but in my opinion. Which also, by the way, for the part 1 that I'm hearing right now, I love the little melody bits. The low toms here, oh my god. A little bit like a Nazareth style, a Xeon style. I've heard this before. But if I'm correct, that's 2 work in progresses that we've heard so far. By the way, that's kind of a piano drum bass, which is nice, branching off with some diversity from just one subgenre of drum and bass. Some 16th note madness here. Another work in progress, so I guess a triplet drum and bass, which I guess going for the style of Jump the Gun by Virtual Ride from his German engineering album, or from what we hear so far. Ooh, some jazz. Also, I want to mention that I forgot to look over this detail, this new feature that Alex put, for SKYWALKER, which features Brendan Evesludge, who I know as a Facebook friend. He is part of a really cool wind and percussion group called Rhythm X, which won pretty much a 2019 championship, and is pretty much a saxophonist. But I'll just drop a link to his SoundCloud page, Alchem Eve, which is his other alias. That is more EDM. Unfortunately, I can't find any of his saxophone stuff to be public, so, but anyways, I thought it would be nice to share some of his music here, so. By the way, that last song with the jazz, so really unique perspective on there. We were gonna have an ambient track in there eventually, but yeah. Some breakbeat stuff. Again, with the super song, I love this. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from that because Lovers seems to have a lot of these little bits in the other. So again, I love that you kind of complexer type of bits from Savant. Of course, lo-fi. Yes, lo-fi. Yes, we are going. Or maybe yes. Can I agree? I don't mind some yeah.
I'm at a different place in my life now.
Oof. Of course, the last track for that, but Of course, we have a large cinematic outro for the release date. Sort of unusual, if we're just revealing the release date. But still, that's pretty nice. As we already saw, February 2nd. So Skywalker, I guess I'm getting this feeling of like the Soul Gate from Void, where we're just getting super saw bits here and there. Which again, it was a review with Savant 2.0 of the Void, or which is not the Void DLC review, but the Void review, where Soul Gate I didn't really like the simplicity of just some spaces there, with in between the super saw stabs. Again, every song in On Void had a lot of potential, but of course Skywalker, there are not just some parts that need to be filled as far as concerning goes right now. So as for setup here, we have like drum and bass that tends to want to fuse with trap. I really like that since where there some of the diversity comes in here. Of course, an example like SEANCE, there will be some melodic feeling into this album, which I kind of respect from Alex. Even though he themed this as a dark drum and bass, there's some trap. He decided to put in some piano ambience here. He decided to put some interlude tracks from what I've heard so far. This one, for example, like a jazz type of song, but I will admit the Bevilacqua. It is a weird name as far as it goes, and maybe Betrothed is a bit weird, not as weird as Believeaqua, but of course I'm not gonna judge the title choices here. Now this is one I'm kind of anticipating for that little bit of kind of a mixer, quick little bits of instrumentation parts put together, it kind of contributes to that fast drum and bass style, and not just does the tempo contribute to that, but we also have a bit of like 16th note rhythm here. I've heard some voice samples in here, as well as just kind of Savant thing for him to do. So far, I'm really loving this album teaser. Bella Noir with kind of having that lo-fi. So far, what I think will be lo-fi. We haven't heard the drums here yet. It might just be ambient, but I do hope we seem to have heard the mono part, I guess. The orchestral pads here, or the strings here, seem to be a bit into the mono feel. Could be spread out, but of course, and just my nuance with it. Shatter, I really love this track. This track's kind of similar to like Zero from Outcasts, having that glitch hop element to it that has a sort of a mid-tempo sound into it. And of course, we have the smooth outro with Victory. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a drum and bass. The last track, and from what we hear, seems to be like atmospheric. So. As for Kingdom, I think it's not really going to have some drum and bass heaviness to it, or neuro bass, or that kind of stuff, but rather the intro to Jester, Once Upon a Time, something similar to that. We kind of see like a transition here from Kingdom to Locked In, and maybe that could be kind of like virtual reality simulation type of thing, where the first track goes on to lead into the second one. Or it could just not be the case. I did forget to mention that Locked In was what he teased on Twitter. Which was included in a video he teased of his clown out game that is still in development. So a weird trap song. It has that repeating rhythm. And as for Betrothed, seems to have that build-up, pitching up basses. And loving that hi-hats in the surrounding field. And this has potential here, going for more chill, non-energetic drum and bass, which I could really think it would be useful for to balance out the darkness and heaviness of the drum and bass, if you will. Now, I didn't really notice that this is also a triplet or a 3/4 time signature drum and bass. I'm really excited for Crimson too, the 16th ARP craziness, not the 16th note trap sound for this one. Atonement gives off, kind of that outcasts from Xeon type of instrumentation as well. Another example is SEANCE.
I'm at a different place in my life now, but looking back, God.
I'm not sure about the hip-hop vocals that seem to be there at the end of the Vestige bit, so this might be, I'm kind of confused, and Vestige seems to be an ambient type of song, but because with the vocals at the end, it can be sort of a hip-hop, or I'm sorry, glitch hop sort of song, but who knows. Again, Baroque music, that's what he seems to be mentioning here. There's some harpsichord from the teaser, piano, drum and bass, some melodic drum and bass, some teacher bass elements in drum and bass as well, some heavy and narrow bass drum and bass, jazz, glitch hop song, a couple of mid-tempo / glitch hop songs, some ambient tracks in there. Really sounds great. I really do hope to be surprised, as I have been with the Void DLC and the Void albums, and of course what have followed, all within the past several years. It's out on February 2nd on a Wednesday. Work looks really creative, really gives off a Greek mythology style to it, but I do say it's kind of a bit similar to the Vibes artwork. Well, obviously more detailed than the Vibes artwork, but other than that, the concept is different from the others. Krang, I do not know the reason for this behind this is. Decided to look it up. A dead well from which the blubber has been removed. Ooh, that does not sound like a soothing action or a soothing feeling. But I think it may be a different meaning. I guess it would be a better choice to look through the images instead. Maybe a imaginary character from some anime. Well, I will be taking some third and fourth or whatever listens, or repeating these tracks from the teaser. There will not be a specific review, just like in the Snake review, but rather an album review, probably 2 to 3 days after the album comes out. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts on it. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoy those Savant becoming uncanny and canny memes. Enjoy those, as those are the latest videos before this video. See you guys till then. So.